if you had thought of what you were going to post and you're going to be careful in curating it, then you would not have posted that one that got 1,000 likes and would have posted this one. Maybe this one would have gotten the 1,000 likes.
Right.
The one that had a call to action.
Right.
If you're talking about a project that's coming up or something that's going down, yes, you want to post work in progress and lead people into the finished product.
Build that excitement.
Right. So let's do that instead of just wasting posts and throwing stuff out there that's not going to do nothing. You want to be strategic. You don't want to just fire, and have your eyes closed while you're firing.
And see what sticks and what
then,
you hit, right?
It's a hit or miss.
Right.
We don't want to do hit or miss.
Right.
We're going to be like, okay, I'm going to fire this shot, see if I get close. If I didn't get if I know I aimed correctly and I didn't hit it, then I need to make an adjustment here. Or it's the wind or something. Or I wasn't breathing right.
Right.
Boom. Okay, now I know I can start calculating what it is.
You have shot before.
Well, yes, I know, of course. And now I know how to calculate what it is that I'm missing here.
Right.
And so we have to be strategic about it. And nowadays, social media is not just so that we can be friends and I can see what you're posting.
Right.
So you can still use it for that, but social media is about data now. It's about data. What are you going to do with these people who you've collected? And what are you going to sell something to them? Are you going to build community with them? Are you going to build branding with them? Are you going to build identity with them? Do you want them to share your work? You have to have a strategy.
Right. So, okay, one last question.
Yes.
'Cause I know we need to wrap up at some point, but I do have a question for you. So, based on everything we just talked about in marketing, which is a very loaded conversation, this could go on for 2 hours, I know. Once you have all that in place, how often should you engage your direct audience? So you don't do it every day because they get burned out, right? So you want to do it. Is there a certain strategy?
Sometimes you do every day.
Well,
and several times a day.
Well, depending on what you're doing. But I'm saying, like, as a general consensus, like just touching base with them for whatever reason, because I mentioned earlier, like, I've heard through other marketing channels that, like, on a digital platform in particular, you want to do like 70% personal, 30%, give or take a few percentages. But the 30% is business oriented, and the other 70% is personal aspects. But it builds in that human connectivity. But once you have that, you said the circles, and they come in, and you have that tight circle. Is there may not be a rule.
Well,
but
the content.
Is there a certain way that you should go about engaging that audience? Because I know some audience members, they're going to get angry if they get an email every single day from you, unless it's like just. One of my buddies was in marketing, and he did an email a lot, and he would send out an email, and it was a positive email, not trying to sell him anything. It was just an email saying, hey, thanks for being a fan, have a great day.
Yes.
And that was it. That's one thing. But how often should you engage them, in your opinion?
So it's not about how often, it's about what's the content.
Okay.
And so, yes, it's 70%, 30%, that's a good number. Meaning is that 70% are just sharing to share, and then 30% asking for something.
Right.
Or the numbers are somewhere around there. I'm not sure of the exact number.
I've seen different numbers
but basically you want to share more and engage more than and then the asking every now and then to balance that out, so that you engage, you build community, you build an audience, and make them care. But you have to make them care by being honest and being true, so that you can. They can feel that they're getting something out of it. So here's an example. Butter Pup. You should, and I was mentioning this earlier, that you should read the story out loud. What if you were, I don't know how many books you got, 10? 5?
For the Butter Pup series? I've illustrated more than Butter Pup. Butter Pup, I have 4 books.
4 books.
But we're actually switching over, hopefully, to a bigger publisher. And they'll be shifting, and I might be redoing some of the stories, but I'll be adding more.
How many stories do you have written out so far?
Oh, I have plans to make like 30.
No, how many do you have right now?
Right now that you can buy? 4.
4. Okay. So let's say that once a week you read the book out loud.
Okay.
And share it and stuff. And you read. You could read out loud as a live stream, and then you can publish a video of you reading the actual book to an audience, to any kid who could play the video. The parent could play the video to their kid on YouTube, and the kid can engage and feel, and see the story and hear it.
Like they're being read to.
Right.
I follow you.
So then that's the kind of content that you just want to share about your book, that content of your book. But then somewhere in there, some of those live streams might be like, hey, this is Miles Davis. I'm sure you've caught Butterpup and Friends in the park, Butterpup and Friends by the tree, Butterpup and Friends, the
Right.
different stories,
Sure.
and stuff. So please don't forget to check out the website, butterpupandfriends.com, and so
Right.
on.
And then promote other things on the website.
Right. But the videos that you share and the content that you share will lead to an actionable item, whereas but the majority of the posts are going to be of you just sharing the story over
Okay,
and
so that's
over
what you're
again.
saying. So that 70% you're talking about, even though it's personal, it should be somewhat engaged to the mission, or
Right.
the vision you're trying to
Some of it
accomplish.
engages with the parent.
Right.
Some of them it is straight engaging to the child,
Right.
so that the parent can use that video over and over to play. I have a couple of grandchildren. My grandson, he's 4 years old, and we play a lot of Spanish videos with him. We just play them, and we have a playlist, and those videos are for children, and they're in Spanish. And so anytime he's around us, he knows we're gonna play those for him.
Right.
And so now he's engaged, and now we'll support that channel and support that content producer to get us more things so that we can buy it for the kid, knowing that it was working.
Right. I thought what you're saying perfectly. Yeah.
It's complicated, but to answer your question is, how often. It depends on how much content you can produce and who you're talking to.
Right.
So if you're talking to the children, well, how much can you produce for the children, right? And then share that. How much can you produce for the parent? Share that. And if you can do it daily every day, then do it daily every day. If you can do it once a week, and like this supposed to be Document the Game once a week, well, we're gonna record as much as we can, but we're gonna publish once a week.
Once a week, right.
And
every Thursday, 7 p.m.
And because we want people to engage and take in what's being said and then apply it in their lives. We don't want people just hear us and say, yeah, and then go on about their life and nothing changes. We want them to apply the things that we're sharing. So the purpose for it is learning. So once a week, they learn something new.
Right.
So it all depends on what's your purpose. And we're not selling anything, so it depends on what's your purpose. That'll determine how much you share, how often you share, and what's the balance of creating content that is engaging and uplifting and fulfilling versus the sale.
Right. Okay.
There's
That's
no
a
real
lot.
number. It's up to you.
Yeah. It's up
And
to
you tweak it, constantly tweak it.
And you'll know, too.
Mhm.
If you had 800 people on your email list and all of a sudden you have 400,
Then
you
you
post
suck.
every day, then you're
Yeah.
doing something wrong. You need to adjust.
Yep.
So,
Whew.
Whew, I know you're tired.
Kind of
now,
long.
man. Yeah,
I go on and on and on.
You got in your soapbox with marketing, baby. I like it. All right. Okay. Well, I mean, I know you deal with this on a much more regular basis.
I'm
than
all
I
about
do.
sales. I'm all
Right.
about
And
sales
I can
because I
appreciate
love
that.
my art. I love my talent. But at the end of the day, I don't want a job
Right.
that is different than art. I want my job to be art, my work to be art, and get paid for my art so that I can continue to work in art all the time.
Right.
And so that means sales. I have to make sales.
Right.
And so I've studied a lot, I've researched a lot, I've listened to a lot, of Chris Do, Gary Vee, and a lot of other people online, so I can take in the things that work for me, take in the things that don't, and then keep refining my methods.
Right. Which never ends, right? That's a
And then
constant.
it's a constant. That's right.
Right.
That's right.
Awesome.
Cool.
Well, there you go. I don't know how much to add to that. It's been
Okay.
30 minutes, man. I'm going to let you sign us off.
That's it. This is Delta Tango Mike. Find me anywhere on the internet, Delta Tango Mike. Don't forget Art is King on YouTube. Art is King _ATL on Instagram and Twitter.
And I am Miles Davis, a.k.a. Massive Burn Studios. You can check me out on massiveburn.com for my paintings or at butterpupandfriends.com for my picture books.
Nice.
Thanks so much
Leave
for
us a
listening.
comment. Yes, thank you so much. Leave us a comment. Let us know how we did. Give us some feedback because we're always learning. Talk to you later.
Always.